And next up we have Jeannine. Hello, Miss Jeannine. Welcome to your mini reading. I don't know why I just called you Miss Jeannine. That was funny. But do I have your permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today? I felt a yes, of course. I know you were wanting a general check-in, so Spirit's been loving, and I've been loving it too, starting with one of these theme cards. So let's start with one of these and then we'll break it down in detail for you. What would you like Jeannine to know right now, Spirit, for her general check-in? What would you like her to know for her highest good, for the highest good of all? What are we getting into today for Jeannine? And we have for you confidence, number 32. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Ooh. Okay, so they want you to allow yourself to be seen for something. With 32, that condensed like the numerology way. I almost said numerological, is 5, and that is definitely a number of change. So something that you've been keeping close to yourself. Spirit's like, I think it's time to show your hand. I think it's time to put it out there. And really radiate the energy that you are calling in. Whoa, the shot just got so dark there. There we go. Okay. Let me see here. And yeah, just like the shifting of light and dark. So this could even have to do with feeling like something is worthy of being shared. So I'm not sure what you're working on, but it feels like some type of project and you're like, there's no way that is ready to be shared with the public. And I'm seeing nodding heads. They're like, yes, it is. That's part of refining the project, is like, putting it out there, even if it's for a limited audience, getting feedback, and then being able to edit it. So, ooh, okay. Let's see what this is about, Jeannine. What are you working on? Okay, Spirit. So it seems like something needs to be shared, illuminated. What is it? I just heard growing pains. So maybe something just didn't feel like quite a great match yet, energetically. Whoa. But it's coming up. Okay. Ahaha. Yes, it is. Oh, and there we go. Okay. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, quite a mix of characters here. You have 2 queens here as well. Michelle just had that. 2 queens right on top of each other. Okay. That's interesting. These messages must be connected then. Let me just make sure that you're able to see. Okay. Yes, that is looking good. Okay, so first over here with the 2 of Cups, this is really seeing eye to eye, usually with another person, but for me this feels like confidence within yourself and with something that needs to be shared. So it feels like you didn't quite find your match. So whether that's like, okay, I know I'm a healer, I need to find my modality. Oh, that doesn't quite feel right. Oh, that's close, but that's not quite right. So something wasn't quite clicking for a while. But recently it did, because this hanged man reversed is like, when the hanged man is upright, it's a pause in action. So you were like waiting for the perfect match. And Spirit's saying, it already happened, Jeannine. It already happened. You have it and it's integrated. And because here you are in the Queen of Cups as the healer, as the nurturer, the empath, the sensitive, the psychic. And Spirit's really wanting you to have confidence in these abilities and to press the play button. I feel like for a while, okay, here it is. So for a while, the universe had you on pause for whatever reason. The timing wasn't quite right to launch this or do this or start, offering it, really start practicing. I feel like you studied it for a long time, but now it's time to really do it. So for a while, the universe, life was just like, not right now. But, recently that changed, and life and the universe were like, yeah, it's okay to do it now. But I feel like you didn't unpause you didn't push play. You're like, oh, it must not be time quite yet. And Spirit's like reminding you, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's so funny. I did something similar. So um, you're in company with me if that helps you feel any better. I've done the exact same thing, actually, pretty recently. And then with the Queen of Coins over here, this is a lucrative opportunity for you. This is giving me like entrepreneur. This is giving me boss babe, especially with confidence. This is giving like beautiful headshots and a website type of energy. In-person face-to-face consultation. It just feels like the way you look is going to be part of your brand, and that might sound horrifying, but it's true. Because there's just something about you when you are photographed or when you're on video, Jeannine. Something about your aura that's really captivating. I feel like you just glow, you just emanate this beautiful spiritual like power. I just feel like you're able to channel in a way that is so clear and so pure, um, and people can like physically, like literally see it, like they can see it. So it's really important actually to get pictures. I feel like maybe you didn't want to hear that, but that's what they're telling me. And I'm getting this really playful energy about this. So this could be a message that you've been getting and you're like, I know. So maybe that's why I'm feeling this playfulness about you. Okay. So what lesson can we shake out of here? I feel like, why is it hard to unpause? What's going on here? Where's the resistance? There we go. Where's the pain point for Jeannine? How can we help bring awareness to what needs to change here? Because this is going to be exciting. And I feel like I just heard test run. So there's these little trials that are coming your way, but they're like confidence boosters. So I know that sounds really funny, but it could be someone like, they don't have to like be romantically hitting on you, but being like, well, you have the most beautiful eyes, or you have the most captivating smile, or like, I really love your speaking voice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those are coming your way and you're like, what's going on? And Spirit's like, we're boosting your confidence. We need to get you out there. Okay. We have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And I feel like there was one more. And we have abundance. I am a limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So I felt like this journey got a little serious somewhere. And then, you take your future seriously. That comes out in a lot of your reads. I think I always tell you that I get an earthy feeling. I think it's because of your determination and your discipline, though. You take the future seriously. This is not just like some side project. This work is real and you're truly dedicated to it. But it just became a little constrictive, I think is what Spirit is saying. Like, let's loosen it up a little bit more, because there's a lot of joy in what you do. There's a lot of beauty in the release and healing and laughter. There can be, and a lot of abundance to be had. I mean, you have the abundance card and the Queen of Coins. So if part of the apprehension to put it out there is like, I don't know how this could monetarily sustain itself, Spirit's like, maybe you don't need to worry about all that right now. Just start putting it out there and see how it feels. Just see how it feels. And I feel like that's typically not what you would do. So that might be kind of challenging, but Spirit's like, just see how it goes. It's going to go really well. Spoiler alert. Okay, so what angels and ancestors are here with Jeannine through this process of building confidence, of being seen, doing the damn thing I just heard, putting it out there. What angels and ancestors are here for her, supporting her? She's certainly not alone. I feel a lot of people gathering around the table. Whoa. Okay. Well, throwing cards all over the place. That is too many, but we will take the two that flipped out on top. So we have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. And I don't know if you can hear that, but I just heard a very distant, like, truck backing up sound, like construction. So it's like, okay, so they're talking about how you work on yourself so frequently and so deeply. And that's where this discipline, it's almost like there's this disciplinarian streak within you that's directed towards yourself. So I don't feel like you aim that at other people. I feel like you do it to yourself. And that's an incredible quality to have, especially as like a creative or an entrepreneur, healer. But at the same time, I feel like you offer other people gentleness when really, you could use some gentleness too. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the Queen of Cups to me is a mother card. That's how I view a mother figure. So you have two mothers here. So part of this process could be reparenting yourself, mothering yourself, working with your inner child. Because I feel like your inner child wants this to be really, really fun. And it can be. It can be meaningful, tangible, real, and fun. It's just kind of transforming your perception about it. And that's the Hanged Man as well, reversed, flipping your perception. Okay, and then we also had the Magic Guardian come out. Unlock the magic within. Yeah, so maybe in the past this just felt a little intangible, like, well, I don't know how I could reasonably make this happen. But I feel like there's a little something you could do right now, whether that's like, testing out a service that you want to offer on a couple of really trusted people in your circle. Please do that. Spirit's like, let's do something. Let's take one step and then see how it feels, and then the rest will be revealed to you. It could be that the whole dang thing has been revealed to you, but maybe you're like, I don't know if I have enough information. I don't know if that feels quite polished enough to do it. And Spirit's like, do it, do it, do it. We really want her to do it. We're really, really excited. And I don't know why I'm hearing lavender glow of love, but I'm getting this beautiful lavender energy all around you. So it's like this combination of your crown chakra talking to your heart chakra. Because for me, pink is also a heart chakra color too. That's beautiful. Yeah, so you're co-creating. So it's like a mix of what you're downloading from spirit, from the universe, angels, ancestors, but also what's in your heart, what your inner child wants, what you've always, always wanted for yourself. And then birthing that into reality. Yes. Okay, let's get some advice for you then. Advice for Jeannine, please. Advice for Jeannine on building confidence, announcing this project, or even doing like one step of it, piloting one service, whatever it is. Advice on what to do, how to start, how to put it out there. Okay, we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So rather than planning the entire thing, which I feel like would be easy to do, they're really saying just do one step. Let's do one. And let's be really practical about it. So maybe start with something really small. And then you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So maybe it just felt like, you know, unreasonable to start this. I think we mentioned that before, like life was saying not right now at a certain point, but now it, you know, Spirit's saying it's okay, there's room for you to do this. So they don't want you to feel any type of guilt for putting attention on this. This is really important. This is part of who you are. It's part of your life purpose. And then Cancer is a mother figure of the zodiac for me as well. So you have mother, mother, mother. And then prosperity lies ahead. Is that another Taurus card? New moon in Taurus. So the month of May is probably pretty significant for you. I feel like Spirit's kind of challenging you. Like, could we do this by May? What could we do by May? What's one little thing we could do? Maybe it's taking photos. Maybe it is just creating a Facebook page or an Instagram account that you have on private mode. That's okay. You're still creating it. You're still putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What divine abundance does Jeannine have to look forward to when she embraces this beautiful opportunity and allows herself to be seen? Oh, something flashed there. Your path. So your path will become very clear. This is a beautiful spread. All the things you should or maybe shouldn't do, should avoid, will become very clear. Right now it feels pretty hazy, pretty foggy, but that's just because you haven't put one foot on the path yet. Not on the fork in the road path. Not to say you haven't done anything, that's not what I'm implying at all. Yeah, I feel like you can feel that there needs to be a shift here, but you're not quite sure what it is. And they're saying it's coming. And you'll know. You'll know when you start moving down that path, down your current path. You'll know when you need to fork off. And then we have detachment. So, yeah. So I just had a spirit circle with some lovely friends last night, and they're bringing up this conversation we had. And they're like, one of my friends said, during the circle, said, have you ever sat in front of something that felt so insurmountable? It was just kind of paralyzing. But then you did one little thing, and then you kind of went, oh, this is doable. Like showing yourself that it's digestible, that you can do it. That's a form of detachment here. And detaching from getting everything perfect. I feel like there's a lot of self-pressure to make the right choices, to never mess up. I mean, I don't think you can mess this up. You know? It's not like the tries, quote unquote, you get are limited. So I feel like Spirit overall just really wants to empower you to play, to breathe a little more life into this and allow yourself to be seen. You have such a beautiful energy, Jeannine. I am so excited to see how this blossoms, how it unfolds. So thank you so much for trusting me to channel these messages for you. I'm sending you tons of love and light. I'm going to lovingly step back from your energy at this time. I hope that was helpful. I hope it resonated, and I will see you. I'm sending you tons of love and light, and I will see you very soon. Bye. All right, and next up we have Mary. Mary, do I have your permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today? Okay, I felt a yes. I know you wanted a general check-in, so let's start with an overall theme of what Spirit wants to talk about, and then we'll detail it out in tarot and then get plenty of guidance for you. So for Mary's highest good, for the highest good of all, what does she need to know right now, Spirit? What do you want to talk to her about? Inviting any messages that are helpful for her highest good. Healing, loving energy, of course. And we had joy fly across the table. Number 16. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Okay, so we are talking about what makes you happy, what lights you up, how to create space for more joy in your life, even like laughing. So they're bringing to mind this conversation about like a comedy, and how, you know, even if it's not your favorite comedian, even if it's not the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life, sometimes you just like have to laugh. You know what I mean? You like have to get it out. It's like really important for your mental health. So I feel like Spirit is like, let's laugh more, let's play more. So I feel like they're talking about not only creating joy, but joy coming in, which is very exciting. I would love some more detail about that. So, what joy is coming into Mary's life? And what joy is she creating? I feel like it's both. I feel like it's equal. So, it's almost like the more joy you create, the more additional joy comes in behind it, which is a great perk, gotta say. That sounds like a good deal to me. Oh my gosh, why do we have the devil out? What is that? Maybe you feel you don't deserve to be joyful, or maybe it's just quite difficult to maintain that vibration for long amounts of time. So it could just be cynicism here going, okay, joy, yeah, whatever. And then we have the Chariot. So it's funny, it feels like joy could actually feel like kind of an intense, like an intensity. Let's see what else we have here under joy. I feel like there's two more. Okay, we also have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. And we have the Empress. Wow. Oh, wow, Mary. Wow, you have 3 major arcana out of only 4 cards. That's pretty remarkable. This is a huge deal. This is probably a lifelong lesson for you, is how to feel and sustain the energy of joy. Okay, so that's definitely what they're talking to you about here. So all this devil is here. This is representative of the voice in the head, you know, that everybody has. Not like you literally have voices in your head, but you know, we do have like a side of ourselves, what Eckhart Tolle calls the ego, that's constantly criticizing yourself. You know, why did you say that? Oh, that was stupid. Or, oh, why would they ever want to be your friend? Oh, they didn't mean that. That looks bad. You know what I mean? Like everybody has that critic. And I feel like up until pretty recently, that critic has successfully held back some joys in your life. Let's be just really real and open about this. There have been, okay, so that's why the Chariot is here. So the Chariot is like a lot of momentum moving forward towards a decision, like an inevitable decision here. So you could choose to like go for it or not, essentially, in this concept. And in the past, when you would come to these forks in the road, like, oh, I could do this, I could take a chance, or maybe I shouldn't. And it feels like, you know, more often than not, the voice in the head was creating enough doubt to prevent you from making choices that could have caused joy, whether that was like connecting with people, places, opportunities, really just about anything. That inner critic can hold you back. I mean, there have been times where when I had avoided like going out or like to an event or something because I felt like I didn't have anything acceptable to wear. And because, you know, that voice in my head was so loud that day, that was like, I guess you just shouldn't go. And I was like, okay, I won't. So it's kind of that energy. I hope that's making sense. I hope that's not too convoluted. But under here, Spirit is saying like, this is changeable and we want to help you change it, because you're more than deserving of joy. And down here we have wish fulfillment. This is the potential joy coming to you. Okay, so they want to give you a heads up so that you're able to receive it. That's what this says. We have a wish fulfillment, and then we have the Empress. So the Empress just effortlessly manifests all the time. This is a card about fertility, creativity, divine feminine energy. So Spirit's almost saying, like, get your wish list together or like revisit it, because some of these items are going to be checked off, and we don't want you to be so cynical about it that you miss it. There's something here, this is very specific. There's something here about physical affection as well, like hugging, because the Empress is a beautiful figure of open love and being able to embrace people around her. So it could be that you're really craving like affection from even just like friends, you know. I feel like since the pandemic, a lot of us are touch starved, myself included. Like, you know, we just got into this habit of keeping our distance from people, of being at home, of working at home, doing everything at home. And then, you know, it doesn't come as naturally to hug or reach out and touch somebody as it once did. And I feel like that is coming in for you. That's part of your joy. Okay. So I would love to see what angels and ancestors are helping to usher this joyous energy in for you, and maybe offer you some advice as well. So thank you for the heads up, Spirit, that this joy is coming for Mary. You know, you're acknowledging this energy over here of the inner critic. Who's showing up for her to help her with this? And what advice do you have for her? Okay. Should I take these? Yes, okay. They were like, yeah. Okay, so we have Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. We also have Stag, trust and thrive. That's also like a fatherly energy. So that could be a factor here. Relationship with father or with divine masculine in general. We also have Oracle, wait for important information. So I'm actually going to split these because these colors are so beautiful. I want you to be able to see them. And we'll place the Oracle here. So you definitely have like star sisters and star brothers that are reaching out to you. This could be like during dream time, so definitely pay attention to dreams that you remember. I don't know if you resonate with like maybe Pleiadian or Arcturian energy. You might want to do a little bit of research there, but there's definitely like a star family that's reaching out to you to support you during this time, sending you information. They're going to be sending you more, but they just want to make sure that it's okay to communicate with you in that way. So you might want to either talk to them directly or through your spirit team to them. But it's a very, very high vibrational, beautiful energy. So I can tell you that. It definitely feels like a good thing. I'm a big fan. I don't know if I already said Arcturian, but I'm getting that one again. So I feel like that's really who is over here going, let's do like yes and like even better, like better than you're expecting. Come on, let's raise this vibration. We can help, like we can help you make these energetic adjustments that'll help you process the energy of joy a little bit better. And then again with Stag, I feel like it's more about the animal here. So you might have been seeing this imagery lately. Also, the father seems important here. Trust and thrive. So I don't know if some of the insecurity could be attached to father or father's side. Or even like For some reason, they're wanting me to share this about myself as well, in case this is part of your situation. Could even be the absence of father. That's my case. That creates a lot of insecurity or feeling like, you're not enough, or like people always abandon you. So again, just bringing clarity to that, just highlighting that, like, that those insecurities are not who you are. They're also not the truth either, even though they feel really real and intense. It's not the end all be all. Okay. So let's get a couple of more pieces of advice for you, Mary, about this joy coming in, and then we'll finish with divine abundance to see what type of joy is coming. It seems like affection, so it seems like it has to do with relationships, whether that's friendships, family, deepening, or even like a romantic interest coming into the picture. Oh, that could be why they're like, "What? We'll let you know. Wait for more information." Okay, advice for Mary, please. Don't let your past hold you back. I heard that. So if this message resonated earlier, like maybe a male family figure created some insecurity, or father's side over here with Stag, they want to let you know that they're sorry for creating boundaries for you, for creating barriers, creating difficulty in life. This could even be like parents as well. They're highlighting the number of leaves here, 4. That's a number of foundation for me. So it could just be like there was no foundation of affection, of self-love. Like I don't know how to love myself. That's what it feels like. And if that's the case, I relate to you. I had to learn that as an adult, and I'm still continuing to learn it. But don't let that hold you back with the South Node. Okay. And then believe in the impossible, blue moon. Yeah, so this could feel like a joke, like joy. Okay. Hilarious. Maybe you feel like you've really never felt true joy in your life, or it's just been such a long time that it seems like a fairy tale, or like, oh, it's really sweet that Meredith's saying that, but that can't be right. I caught you. That's not true. Believe it, Mary, because it's coming in. You deserve this. Oh my gosh. So let's see. Oh, there's some that flipped over. No, that's not it. Okay. I was like, should I take these? They're like, no, don't take those 5 cards that flipped over. Anyway, sorry, let's see what type of joy is coming to you. So for Mary, what does she have to look forward to? What can she embrace that's coming up? Okay. We had a few sling across the table. So first we have for you your path. Beautiful. So, oh, interesting. This is almost like, so we had the South Node here. Your path is like the North Node. That's like your life purpose. So interesting. So that part of your purpose is overcoming this voice of doubt, is, doing it anyway, is believing that it is possible to truly be happy for a significant amount of time. I feel like you've been happy before, but it comes and goes. And believe me, I know what that's like too. But that's part of your purpose, actually, is to go through that and overcome it. I feel like there's someone watching you do it too, that you might not be aware of. Someone who really identifies with you. So this could be like a family member or a friend who's really amazed that you're able to get better and get through this and be happy. So you have an admirer around you. So it's kind of a confidence boost. We also have receiving. Yep, allowing yourself to receive the joy will lead to allowing yourself to receive many, many other good things. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance over your star ancestors. Get out of here. Beautiful. deepening your connection to your intuition and your purpose. We also have worth. Oh my gosh. Perfect self-worth. Self-worth, Mary. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Wow. Those are your messages, Mary. I mean, wow. Wow. I keep wanting to add, and Spirit's like, no, don't add. That was meant to be the last message, obviously. Okay, so I will let that just stand. So thank you so much for trusting me to channel for you. I will lovingly step back from your energy at this time. And I'm sending you tons of love and light as always, and I will see you very soon. Take good care of yourself. Bye. Last but not least, we have Lola. Hi, Lola. Welcome to your mini reading. Do I have your permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today? Okay, I got a yes. Let's get started. And I see that your question is, will I come out of this slump I am currently in, not being successful in finding a job? Okay. So first, Spirit wants to get an overall energetic theme on the table. Then we'll break it down in detail with tarot, get plenty of guidance for you. So Lola wants to know about this slump, having trouble finding a job. So Spirit, what do you have to say about that? Could you help us out? Clear guidance that is truly helpful to Lola at this time is much appreciated. Evidential, healing, truly helpful messages for her highest good and the highest good of all. Would love to uplift that energy here tonight for Lola. Oh, something flashed and they said, nope, not yet. For Lola. And the job hunt. What's going on? What's going on, Spirit? Is that it? Yeah. Oh, we have creativity. Number 33. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. I'm just taking a look at this imagery. It's like a person and then this like a beam of light is coming down on them outside. Interesting. So it could be, oh, Lola, I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a recruiter. Did you know that? That's kind of like my day job. I recruit candidates. Like I look at people's LinkedIn profiles and specifically for financial representatives, but sometimes I have to get creative about the type of background I look at. And so this is so cool. So Spirit wants me to talk to you about that, about your translatable skills. So I feel like we need to get creative about the types of jobs that you're looking for. I feel like you have maybe 3 job titles that you're like, I could do that. But I'm like, Meredith, the recruiter's like, no, you have like 25 that you could do. We just need to look at your translatable skills. So that could be, well, creativity right there. You know, being a spiritually attuned person, you're able to communicate, observe needs, anticipate the needs of others, build authentic connections. So you would be a great consultant, maybe even like a designer, because you're able to listen to people and understand what they need, even when the person doesn't know what they need. Does that make sense? So that's like consultations, that's sales. That's community outreach. This is going to be fun. Ooh, I'm excited. That's so funny. I didn't think they were going to have me talk about being a recruiter. I guess that kind of makes sense. So let's get some tarot on the table for you. Okay, Spirit, so we need to be more creative about the jobs that we're looking for. What other information do you have for us? Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, positive turn of fate. And then we have the 6 of Wands. Victory. Love that. Okay. So you might wind up in a role that is more public than you were anticipating. So maybe you were wanting to do like admin or like data entry, and Spirit's like, you would really shine if you were interacting with people more. You're able to, that's when you're able to use your intuition in situations like that, Lola. When you're like speaking with people and understanding their needs, making recommendations. There's a lot of room for like divine intervention in jobs like that. Yeah, and with the Hierophant, that's another spiritual card. Also a card about structure. So you might find yourself, that's actually a pretty good clue here. With the Hierophant, my job shows up as this card sometimes. And I work for a really big company, like a company with a lot of history, a lot of heritage. So you might look at some Fortune 500s, Fortune 500 companies, not just like a mom and pop working at the back of some mom and pop shop. No, I'm seeing kind of the opposite here. So you might be a consultant for a pretty big firm, a pretty big organization. And consulting doesn't always have to be sales. You know, in my last job, I did get laid off from it, but I loved it. I was talking with parents and families who had children who needed behavioral services. So I just want you to know, you know, you could do like a community outreach type of thing that's more focused on families and children. I don't want you to feel like I gotta sell cars. That's not what we're saying. And then lastly, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you're super worried. All right. Well, I feel like part of putting your mind at ease is seeking stability. And that is, you know, that comes from a company who's been in business for a very, very long time. Okay, so I feel like this is a reminder that when you are doing interviews, you are interviewing the company too. Ask them questions, put pressure on the interviewer, the recruiter. I, as a recruiter, am comfortable telling you that when we receive questions like that, it's a green flag. It's a positive sign. We're like, oh, this person is really interested. This person's really bright and intelligent. They're probably a great fit for this role. Yeah. Okay. So I'm wanting to get some animal spirits, spirit guides out here for you. I'm not quite sure where they're going with this, but so I'll just get them out here and let them talk. I'm sorry. Uh, they're like, quit setting it up so much. My bad. I also, so I'm hearing like the news in the background. In my clairaudient channel, by the way, I don't have the news on, obviously. But I feel like there's a message here to not always believe what you hear. So you might be hearing like, oh, it's so easy to find a job right now. Not necessarily, Lola. Like, I talk to people who have been interviewing for weeks and can't find anything. You know, I'm hearing that from candidates today, on Monday, April, whatever it is. So I think it can be easy to get caught up in things like that, like, oh, it's a job seekers market. It's no problem. Everyone can find jobs. There's too many jobs. You know, you don't have to always believe what you're hearing because your locality can be different, like where you live can be different, down to the street you work on can be different, and then every industry is different too. So, you know, this is really nuanced. So don't get down on yourself if it's taken a few applications to find a good fit. So you're definitely not alone. Everybody's looking for a good fit. The job market is really competitive, so you know, candidates, or you know, applicants, we call them candidates, deserve to ask many, many questions and be hard on a company. Like, you know, challenge them if you don't like what you're hearing about diversity, inclusion, or whatever it is. Absolutely. I love that card, the hyena. Okay, so that's pretty clear. So I feel like you're really, really worried about this. And it's kind of the worry, the pressure is starting to permeate the results that you are getting. So the rabbit, you know, in some decks the rabbit is about like abundance and fertility and springtime. In this deck, he's like scared. And I think in the guidebook it tells a story about how the rabbit talked so loudly about how the hawk was going to eat him. The hawk overheard the conversation and swooped down and said, "Oh, thank you for the great idea." So this is just a reminder to not speak your fears into the universe too much, because we have it right here by your anxiety card. When you're really meant to shine, I mean, this is really going to work out really well, Lola. And with the hyena over here, it's kind of like, have a sense of humor about this. Even if it's like a little bit of a jaded sense of humor or like dark humor, that's okay. Like they just want you to lighten up a little bit. That will help attract a better opportunity to you. So just have in the back of your head, on your checklist of what you're looking for in another company, you know, I want to feel supported. I want to be a part of a great team. I want to have fun at my job. I want to be around people who enjoy what they do. So, you know, speaking that out into the universe is going to attract it. So maybe your spirit guides just have no idea what you want. Maybe you have no idea what you want. But you can start with those qualities like, okay, I want stability, support, great leadership, opportunities for advancement, training and development. I could talk about this all day. I'm sure you can tell. But if you start with those core values, the right opportunity will align itself with you. Okay. So let's see what angels and ancestors are guiding you through this process. I know job hunting is a job. And by the way, to answer your original question, will you come out of the slump? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's going to be some kind of balance and karma here, the Wheel of Fortune. I always read that as a positive card. Maybe it's because I, the reader, am Sagittarius, and that's a Sagittarius card. So for me, Wheel of Fortune means good change. Good change. The tables are turning in your favor. So maybe, Lola, I don't know if you've already done this, but you definitely, I would encourage you to make a profile on LinkedIn and update it and post a resume on there that a recruiter can download. Because if people are searching for, you know, like maybe you have a certain experience that this person is looking for, people will start to message you like, hey, it looks like you might be a great fit for this opportunity. Are you interested in having a conversation with me? So I definitely do that on LinkedIn and Indeed at the minimum. At the minimum. And I can help you with that stuff too. I mean, it's literally my job in the daytime. So yeah, I'm happy to help you. Okay, so we have the Heart Guardian coming out for you. Love and let yourself be loved. Yeah, I feel like, you know, happiness is not to be scoffed at here. So when you're considering what you're looking for, it's like, you know, asking yourself simple questions like, do I want to work from home or be in the office? And really be honest with yourself, because that question's tricky. I feel like it's so easy to say, well, of course I want to be home, it's more convenient. But do you feel more positive on a daily basis when you are interacting with people in person or when you are remotely removed from everyone? I mean, that's a serious question to ask yourself. Get really real about those details. That's going to make things very, very clear to you. We also have the Sun, another card about happiness. Enjoy success and happiness. This is going to turn out really well for you, Lola. You're going to find the perfect opportunity. And we also have Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. So maybe you had it, maybe you were set on a certain career path and it's just impossible to find that right now. You know, sometimes that does happen. And I feel like we don't talk about that very much. I didn't know about any of this stuff before I became a recruiter. But there's there's industries that go through highs and lows. And maybe the industry, maybe even the specific job title you're looking for, maybe there's just too many of those employed right now. Does that make sense? It always ebbs and flows. I don't know why they're talking about the pandemic so much, but for example, like healthcare professionals during the pandemic, obviously there was a big increased need for those. But now, for example, ironically enough, now that there's so many people working, the need for recruiters has decreased. So now there's pressure on those of us who are left still recruiting to like perform really, really well. I mean, there's always going to be that balance of like, what's the need? What is needed? So it could even be a need to rephrase the role, the job title that you've been looking for. Putting in a few key words that are kind of similar can help you find more job postings. So I hope that's making sense. It just feels like maybe a word choice is kind of creating a little bit of a block here. Like you're just not seeing the search results that you need to see. Okay. Let's finish off with some divine abundance for you. And if you have more questions about this, please feel free to message me or email me or whatever. I am so happy to take a look at anything for you and help you with it. Yeah, I find this all very, very interesting. And I've been the job seeker all too often, let me tell you. And I wish I would have known some of this stuff. Because it can be exhausting. It's like, oh my gosh, why have I applied to 33 jobs and I don't have one that I'm happy with yet? Like, I don't want to accept an offer yet. Or maybe there is no offer. Maybe they're like, they feel scammy or weird and they just don't feel like viable options. So what divine abundance is coming for Lola? I mean, we have your heart, your happiness, the sun, victory, creativity. I mean, it's all looking amazing, but what else after the slump? Limitless. Yeah, I feel like maybe you're limiting your potential a little bit, or just not realizing, the different trades, even different industries that your skills could be easily applied to. Expansiveness. Wow, those cards are kind of similar, aren't they? Beautiful. Wow. Big time energy. And we also have humility. Yeah, I feel like you might be a little too humble, Lola. Oh, that's so funny. So I put it right on top of that card and I was kind of wanting to move it. Like, why'd I do that? But let go of the need to be right, and then humility covers it. Yeah. So, I know it's scary to let go of an industry or a line of work that you've invested a lot of time in. I've done that too. And it does take some humility, but I mean, it's truly just doing what's best for you. It's not like you're giving up on something just because it's no for now doesn't mean it's no forever. You can always come back around to it or do it in another fashion. You're not like abandoning anybody or abandoning a line of work by expanding your options to other industries. Just thinking more creatively about how to apply your skill set, Lola. Oh, this is so exciting. I am so excited to see what happens for you. Again, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I literally interview people all day and look at LinkedIn all day, every day. So I'm so happy to talk to you about this, but I will lovingly step back from your energy at this time. I hope that was helpful and provided insight, sending you tons of love and encouraging light. You are definitely coming out of this slump, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.